Hey, are you ready to do on the floor abs? For anything like me, sometimes I just want to lay down and do my workout. So this is your Get It in 10 on the floor abs. And hopefully these are ab moves that you haven't done very often. So maybe they'll be unique and creative and fun. If they're too easy for you, you can add in 3-pound weight, 5-pound, 8-pound. You can put ankle weights on your legs also. You can increase how many times you do them, the reps, or you can stop and play this all back and do it a second time. Cool? So let's get started. The first one is a frog leg sit and reach. So you're going to put your legs out just like this, like a frog, and you're going to put a weight in your hand, or if you want, if you're not quite there yet, you can just reach this way. But when you come up, I want you to put like an imaginary ball underneath your chin and look up to the ceiling and take your hands and push. And when you push up, bring those shoulders up as much as you can and bring that belly button down and like it's touching your spine. Okay, you're gonna come up, one, right? Push out with the breath when you come up, and then breathe in when you come back down. We're not going fast, we're going fairly slow to really let those abs crunch and work themselves so that you can really get kind of that abdominal muscle wall that you need. Don't forget that just as if you were looking for a certain look to your abs, a lot of that is diet, actually most of it is diet, but then you're also going to want to work your back muscles. You need to have a strong core to make your abs look the way that you want if you're really looking for that one look. So that's 15. If you want to do more, you can do that, okay? So now the next one will be a weighted bent knee raise. Okay, so we're going to put the weight behind our head and our knees are bent, feet flat on the floor, and push through your heels, and you're just going to bring this up overhead like this and then reach all the way through. So we're mimicking that last movement and then adding on. So your abs should be kind of already lit up, saying, hello, I see what you're doing, and they're feeling alive and ready to go, okay? So we're gonna strengthen our pelvic floor, which is good. The pelvic floor we need to have strong because that's as we age, or if we have babies, we can have a weakened pelvic floor. And so what that means is when we laugh or sneeze or jump, we kind of go to the bathroom a little. So that strengthens it so that we can reduce the amount that happens, how often and how much, okay? So it's a win-win for all, right? So we're at 9, here we're at 10. We're just gonna do 15 again. If you're a beginner, you can do 10 and then just sit and breathe until the next one. If you're more advanced, you can use a heavier weight, or you can do more, 20 or 30 reps, okay? So we're at about 13, and then we're gonna go 14. Don't count and check me, I'm sure I'm off, right? And 15, and up, okay? Now we're gonna do a little circle crunch, okay? So you can have a weight if you want, or you can go solo without it and just lace your hands behind your head. Again, you're going to make sure that you have that sort of imaginary ball underneath your neck so that you're not overextending your neck, okay? And you're just going to do a circle. So we're just gonna come up and around. So think of it as like, it's more of an oval, to be honest. But we're gonna do about 15 one way, and then we're gonna do 15 the other way. So hopefully you're starting to feel this up in the top part of your abdominal region. And breathe out when you come up, right? And then in, that oxygen will help you move through this. Make sure that you're not getting too sloppy, right? We want to be very deliberate in our movements. Keep your elbows wide. You don't want them to be blocking your eyesight. Okay, we're at about 13. Hopefully this is making your abs fire. And hopefully this is something you haven't been doing before. Now we're going to reverse and go the other way. Okay, so I'm going to come this way. So more of a counterclockwise for me. And we're just going to breathe as we do it. Keep that belly button in, drawn towards your spine. Look up to the ceiling, right? Keep those elbows out. Your chin up. Lots to remember, right? But good form is important. We want to make sure that we're doing it with good form, okay? So we're at about 12, and then we're gonna do 13, and 14, and 15. All right, so now we've got 3 of them done, and we only have 8 total, so only 5 to go. The next one we're gonna do is very similar to the circle crunch. It's called a figure 8 crunch, and you're just gonna do, just as it sounds, a figure 8 with your head and shoulders, okay? So we're gonna start, and this time we'll do 10 and 10. So you're gonna come, and just like we did the circle, now you're gonna imagine drawing a figure 8 with your shoulders. So up and around, and one full 8 will make a count for 1, okay? So I'm at about 8, and I'm gonna do 9 and 10. If you need to take a break, take a break. Breathe out, right? And now we're gonna go the opposite way, okay? So different from what you just did, and this might feel a little clunky because you probably went the way that's most comfortable first, but we're gonna get through the 10 here. And we're almost halfway through this, okay? This figure 8. And halfway through the whole entire thing. So you're rocking it out. You're gonna get nice abdominal workout in 10 minutes. Nothing like that, okay? So we're at 9 and then 10. Nice figure 8. Okay, now the next one you're really gonna like because it feels like you gave it a little bit of a break. And it's called penguin heel taps. It's called penguin because it looks like you're moving like a penguin. Kind of that waddle, 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 right? So we have our feet planted, shoulder width apart, our knees are bent, and you're going to take your hands and you're going to tap your heel with your fingers. So I'll tap this heel with this one and this heel with this one, okay? And we're gonna hit it, no cheating. And if you're more advanced, you can reach all the way through and hit your other leg, okay? But for the rest of us, let's just tap our heels. 2 taps equals 1. So we're at about 5, right? 6. Really tap it and make sure that you have, again, that ball underneath your chin. Make sure that you've got your belly button pulled into your spine and you're moving as smoothly as you can. You might start to get a little bit more wobbly as your abs get tired, and that's okay. You just do what you can in these first times, and then as you start getting good, you can hold in weights on your hands or hold your feet up off the ground, whatever you'd like to do. Or again, do that more advanced move where you slide under your thigh and touch the opposite inner thigh, okay? But for right now, you just do the beginning and we'll be just fine with that, okay? So we're at about 17, we have 18, we're gonna do 19, and then 20. Look at that, we're doing great. Okay, so now we're gonna do a flat leg raise. If you have an accountability party, if you have a partner, if you have a friend with you, you can have them throw your feet down and then you work to keep them from touching the ground. If you're like me and there's just you right now, that's fine too. You're going to either hold onto a weight behind your head or tuck your hands under your tush to kind of support that lower back. That's what I like to do. Put your head on the ground and you're going to put your feet straight out, okay? And then your feet will be flexed. So then you're just going to raise them up like this. Now, if you have a partner, this is where they will push down on those shins and then you bring them down, don't touch the ground, and let them throw them down again. And your job is to keep them from touching the ground, okay? Now, if you're more advanced, you can wear leg weights for this so that you add an extra 3 or 5 pounds to the work for your legs. Or if you want, you can do that and hold a weight behind your head and reach your arms and touch with the weight to your legs, okay? So there's plenty of ways to make this harder, but definitely a partner throwing down your legs, as long as they're doing it with some care and compassion, is a good way to really work these hard. And then have them coach you through it, right? To give you some cheerleading as you work through it. Because we all know that at the end of a workout, we start to get real fatigued and we want to stop. So they help us continue to go, okay? So we're at about 11. We're just gonna do 15 of these. Again, if you're more advanced, you can do more, and then add the weights, okay? So we have 14, I'm gonna breathe out, and then 15. Okay, so now we're gonna do a swimmer or a scissors kick. So we're going to make our legs look like scissors back and forth, okay? And so a full rep would be your foot crosses above the other foot and then under it. So I'll show you. Tuck your hands again, just like you were. You're gonna bring your feet, head flat on the ground, and you're going to do a back and forth movement like this. you want to go low. The higher you get, the easier it is. So if you're a beginner, you might want to do any sort of range from 90 down, okay? But I'm gonna keep my feet lower to the floor to really, you'll feel that pull in that lower abdominal, okay? So we're just crisscrossing. You can point your toes for this. A nice ballet toe, okay? And again, we're pulling that belly button close to the spine. We're keeping a nice ball under our neck. I'm not, because I'm talking to you, but you're going to want to do that too, okay? So we've got about 12 here, and we're going to do 13. Can you feel it? 14. Just breathe through it, and 15. Okay, so it's a final exercise for the day. I know that that's a joy to hear, right? So we're just going to do it a swimmer kick, okay? And you can do this with leg weights, without leg weights. You can do it with your head up off the ground or your head on the ground, whatever works for you, whatever is what you're trying to achieve today. And you can do 15, 20, 50, 100, doesn't matter. You get to choose. Today, we're just gonna end it with 20, okay? And really burn out that lower abdominal, okay? So tuck your hands under your tush just like we were. Remember, I promised you the whole workout would be on the floor, and it is. You're gonna point your toes and lift them a little bit off the ground, and you're just going to swimmer kick like this. Pointed toes. Each time a toe goes up and down, that's a 1 rep, okay? So you can keep your head up with a ball, fake ball under your chin. You can put your head down, right? Sometimes people will take their hands out from under their tush and they'll do more like a 100 for Pilates, right? You can do that. But the goal is just to burn out the final pieces of this workout with a swimmer's kick, which kind of uses the whole core that we've been working the entire time, okay? So we're gonna call this maybe 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Look at you, you just got it in 10. You did a floor abs exercise, really worked that core, really focused on building that pelvic floor and maintaining a tight and solid core. Good job. Come back again soon.